Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
So you have to go just to know. And it may not work out, and it's okay.
I know,
But always it'll be regret. It's what you just said. It's what you just said. You're gonna regret it if you don't do it.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. Good morning, Believe Nation. My name's Lily, and my one word is extraordinary. I believe that every single human being is capable of extraordinary things when they embrace who they truly are. So let's start your day off right together. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee and sip on today's message. Pursue what's meaningful. Over to you, Jordan B. Peterson.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
You write in the book, there is no faith and no courage and no sacrifice in doing what is expedient. What do you say to those viewers that don't pursue their dreams and are locked in their careers because they are too afraid to take risks and pursue something meaningful?
Well, the first thing I would say is, well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. It's like the first thing you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's the same issue with children. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. And you might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking.
Yeah,
and if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
But isn't it a luxury to pursue what is meaningful? Our viewers have mortgages, they have children, they have payments and loans. It's a luxury to pursue because we lack the resources.
Well, I don't remember now, I'm not talking about what makes you happy. It's a luxury to pursue what makes you happy. It's a moral obligation to pursue what you find meaningful. And that doesn't mean it's easy. It might require sacrifice. If you need to change your job too, let's say you have a family and children and a mortgage, you have responsibilities. You've already picked up those responsibilities. You don't just get to walk away scot-free and say, well, I don't like my job, I quit. That's no strategy. But what you might have to do is you think, well, this job is killing my soul. All right, so what do I have to do about that? Well, I have to look for another job. Well, no one wants to hire me. It's like, okay, maybe you need to educate yourself more. Maybe you need to update your curriculum vitae, your resume. Maybe you need to overcome your fear of being interviewed. Maybe you need to sharpen your social skills. Like, you have to think about these things strategically. If you're going to switch careers, you have to do it like an intelligent, responsible person. That might take you a couple of years of effort. I've dealt with hundreds of people in my clinical and consulting practice, and we set a goal, we develop a vision, and work towards it, and things inevitably get better for people. So it's not a luxury, it's difficult. It's a moral responsibility, and it isn't happiness. It's not, the pursuit isn't for happiness.
It's a moral responsibility to pursue what is meaningful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really hard to pursue what's meaningful. And the problem is with the question of the interviewer. The interviewer is saying that, isn't it a luxury to pursue something that's meaningful? And that makes it seem like there's only a chosen few that could have a meaningful life, and it's all happiness and joy and everything is amazing and easy. The reality is it's really hard. And it's hard and painful to let go of things that are sort of good, that feels comfortable. For example, having a comfortable job, like what Jordan was talking about, and staying there and continuing to be miserable as time goes on and not leaving that. And the thing is, people think that, oh, you just leave your job and everything is great and you're happy. That's not the truth. And I'm gonna share something that I have not shared, and this is the first time I'm sharing something like this, is last night I had a conversation with my ex-husband. I was feeling very lonely, and because I'm about to leave the country, and I'm by myself at home, and I'm trying to figure out all of this scheduling crap and trying to make things work, and afraid that my business is about to fail. And he just felt so comfortable for me. He felt like he was the person grounding me for the first time. I hadn't had that feeling with anybody. And I started thinking to myself, like, Why did I divorce this man? Why can't I just go back to that? It's comfortable, it's good. I should just completely cancel my trip to Thailand and not worry about anything and just keep everything comfortable and good and keep being happy in that moment. That's how I felt. And I was having the conversation with him. I realized, what am I gonna regret more? Am I gonna regret not being in a relationship with someone that was good for me, that felt good? Or am I gonna regret not going into the unknown and pursuing this giant adventure with someone I don't even know and trying to make my business work? I'm gonna regret the second thing, is not pursuing something that's meaningful just because it's hard and it's inconvenient for me. And that's a thing for you. What does the vision of something that's meaningful for you? Is it going on a giant adventure? Is it creating a business that is purpose-driven? Is it having an amazing relationship? What does that look for you? And it's not gonna be easy, let me just tell you that. You would have to acquire certain skills to get there. It's not like you have this vision of something that comes to life and you expect that the universe is just gonna give it to you. You will have to develop skills. Yes, it's exciting. I'm going to a brand new country. I'm gonna pursue the unknown. I'm gonna continue my business that way. But there are tons of skills that I need to develop to get there. I need to be that much better as a coach. I need to be that much better in my communication skills. I need to be that much better in disciplining myself and staying to a strict schedule. And it's all gonna be hard, but it's all worth it. So for you, write down 3 things that is meaningful for you. And beside each one, write down 5 skills that you need to develop to get there. Because it's not only having this amazing vision that is meaningful for you, it's also taking action towards it to make that happen. Just remember, it's gonna be really hard, but it's worth it when you pursue what's meaningful.
You just poured our heart out. That's good. What's that?
It's been a very hard week for me. I'm just having so many doubts.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should go.
Just make the video for yourself. You have to go. You have to go just to see.
I just don't know.
Are you destroying my books, Lily? Jesus Christ, that's a set, you know? That's an expensive set that we have here.
I was close to canceling it.
So you have to go just to know. And it may not work out, and it's okay.
I know.
But always it'll be regret. It's what you just said. It's what you just said. You're going to regret it if you don't do it. This is what people have to go through. And then you can coach other people through the process.
I know. It all makes sense. It's massively inconvenient for me to go right now.
It's never convenient. What kind of argument is that?
I
It's
know.
never
It was my
convenient.
Instagram quote today.
So,
I said that.
it's good. You're eating your own dog food. You're taking the advice that you would give. And it'll make the advice you give even stronger.
Okay, well, I have to wrap this up. Oh my God, it's still recording.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go with another story.
This is a better story.
Okay, what am I saying?
Hip hooray to Lily. Give a supporting comment.
Okay.
We do this every time, guys. You just don't see it. Action.
Now I have a special bonus clip for you, but before we get to that, the question of the day is, what is the most painful part of your purpose that makes you wanna cry? Leave in the comments below and I'll join in on the discussion. Thank you so much for watching. I believe in you and hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of Entspresso. And now enjoy the bonus clips.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going.
I think you should be doing something you're passionate about. So the question is always, when I give my younger self advice, would I still go to Stanford? Would I still go to Stanford Law School? Possibly, but I think a lot more about why I was doing it. Is it just, I was on this super tracked career myself. I ended up at a big law firm in New York. My 8th grade junior high school yearbook, one of my friends wrote in, I know you're going to get into Stanford in 4 years. So I went to Stanford 4 years later, went to Stanford Law School, ended up at a big law firm in New York. where on the outside everybody wanted to get in, on the inside everybody wanted to get out. When I left after 7 months and 3 days, one of the people down the hall from me said it was really reassuring to see that it was possible to escape from Alcatraz, which all you had to do was really just go out the front door. But so much of our identity gets wrapped up in the competitions we win, and when you compete, and I think a lot of the credentialing, resume building is this sort of competition. When you compete, you do get better at what you're competing at. If you take lots of SAT test prep classes, you'll get a better score on the SAT. And when you compete, you get better at beating people on the narrow things you need to beat them on. But it often comes at this very high price of losing sight of what's truly valuable and important and meaningful.
Which is?
Well, I think
passion.
There's sort of all sorts of things that could be that. But I think it often ends up being something that's a little bit off the beaten path, because so I think there's obviously a financial version where you get to have a monopoly-like business. The meaningful version, I think, is always counterfactual, where if you weren't doing this, it's great to be working on problems where if you weren't working on them, nobody else would do them. If you're working at the 4th online pet food company, the 10th thin film solar panel company, the 1,000th restaurant in Philadelphia, there's a sense that if you weren't doing it, someone else would. If you're working at something where it's the only thing of its kind in the world, that's very meaningful. And it could be for-profit, non-profit, all sorts of contexts. If we weren't doing this, this problem would absolutely not be tackled. I think that's the kind of that's what's meaningful.
Raise your standard.
Apple, at the core, its core value is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better.
Not one drop of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me.
I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Hey Believe Nation, if you want to see my all-time favorite top 10 rules of success, I have a very special secret video for you. These are the individual clips that I have personally learned the most from and applied to my life and my business. Check the link in the description for details.